The next specimen is a pancreas, and the pancreas is both exocrine and endocrine. Endocrine, it has islets of Langerhans with beta cells and secreting insulin, and then other cells secreting glucagon. And these little islands of clusters of cells you can recognize by their lateral staining. But it also, a big part of the gland is exocrine, in that it secretes. If we just zoom in, you can see that it has these serous acinar cells, with the basal part of each cell in an acinus very basophilic, because it's just loaded with rough ER, because it's constantly producing what's in these acidophilic granules, which is pancreatic lipase, which is a protein. It's an enzyme that breaks down lipid chains, small lipid molecules in the intestine, and some other factors. Also, and then when you zoom out, we have annotated here, circled, a islet. And this is one. You can see the cells are lighter stained, and these are just islands of cells that form cords with capillaries related to them, and has the different cell types you're learning in lecture. So the pancreas is composed of lobes, and it has similarities to a salivary gland on the exocrine part, except for all of the cells are serous, protein producing rather than mucus. And of course, this particular annotation is pointing out that it is very excellent fixation, because it was taken at surgery, and for an important reason it had to be extracted. And so there must have been a cancerous tumor on the edge of the pancreas, something like that. You're going to study not only the islets, but study the morphology of the acinar cells in each of the acini, and also these cells that have a oblong nucleus that looks rather euchromatic. And these are the cells that form the first part of the ducts in the pancreas. They're called centroacinar cells because they're located right in the center of the acinus. Like here is a little portion of one of those ducts. And finally, those ducts will coalesce and empty their contents into these ducts, which are borderline simple cuboidal, simple columnar cells surrounded by connective tissue, etc. So there are larger ducts here. These are your main excretory ducts in the pancreas. So I think that's about all I need to point out on this. It's a good specimen to study, to see the relationship between the rough ER area base of the cell, the nucleus, the secretory granules, and then the central acinar cells. And that's what some of these are in here. Okay.